South Africa set India a mountain of 549 runs in Guwahati Test. India wobbling at 27 at loss if 2 as pressure rises. South Africa have taken full control of the second test in Guwahati after declaring their second innings at 269 fifths, giving India a massive target of 549 runs, one of the biggest in Test cricket history. This target has put India under enormous pressure as they fight to stay alive in the series. By the end of Day 4, India were already struggling at 27 for 2, losing both their openers cheaply and raising fears of a possible collapse. South Africa's dominant batting performance. South Africa started Day 4 with a clear plan: stretch the lead far beyond India's reach and then attack with fresh bowlers under evening light. Their approach worked perfectly. The highlight of the Proteas' innings was Tristan Stubbs, who played a brilliant knock of 94 runs, missing his century by just 6 runs. His innings shifted momentum decisively in South Africa's favor and helped the team build a nearly unbeatable lead. Other players chipped in with important contributions, and India's bowlers seemed out of ideas on a pitch that wasn't offering much help. South Africa waited patiently, built partnerships, and struck at the right moments. India's early collapse brings worry. India's run chase began on the worst possible note. The top order crumbled early, and by stumps they were reeling at 27-2. With 549 runs required and more than a full day of cricket ahead, India now faced the near-impossible task of surviving South Africa's disciplined attack. The cracks in India's batting that appeared in the first innings where India were bowled out for just 201 resurfaced again. South Africa's bowlers, especially the pacers, bowled tight lines, allowing India no room to settle. How this match reached this stage. Earlier in the match, India had fallen behind significantly when they were dismissed for 201 runs in their first innings. This gave South Africa a huge initial lead of 314 runs before they decided to bat again and stretch the target even further. South Africa's decision to declare showed confidence. They believed the pitch and their bowlers were good enough to dismantle India once more. So far, the decision seems correct. Series history on the line. If South Africa win this test, they will secure their first Test series win in India since the year 2000, a major milestone in world cricket. Winning in India is considered one of the toughest challenges for any Test side due to spin-friendly pitches and India's strong home record. But this time, the momentum is entirely with South Africa. Key highlights of the match so far. South Africa declare at 269 fifths. Their captain's bold decision gives them plenty of time to bowl India out again. Tristan Stubbs shines with 94. He anchored the innings and played with maturity beyond his years. India's batting under pressure. A huge target and early wickets turned the chase into a survival battle. Historic win in sight for South Africa. A series win in India after 25 years could be only hours away. What India must do to survive. India don't just need runs, they need time. They must bat across at least 4 sessions against a confident South African bowling unit. To survive, the middle order must step up. Partnerships must be built patiently. Players must avoid risky shots. The team must mentally prepare for a long grind. But with the scoreboard pressure, deteriorating pitch, and South African bowlers delivering with precision, this task feels extremely difficult. South Africa's bowling threat. South Africa's bowlers, especially their fast bowlers, have found rhythm in this series. They bowled India out cheaply in the first innings. They struck twice quickly in the second innings. Their energy levels are high due to the fresh declaration. With overcast conditions possible, swing and seam movement could further trouble the Indian batsmen. What to expect on the final day? Tomorrow promises a dramatic finish. South Africa will attack aggressively. They know early wickets will seal the match. India will try to rebuild slowly. A marathon innings is needed to save the test. Pressure will be massive on the middle order. Their performance will decide India's fate. South Africa's confidence is sky high. They sense history. Cricket fans around the world are watching closely. Will India pull off a miracle, or will South Africa lift a historic victory? Summary of the breaking news. South Africa have put India in a nearly impossible position by setting a colossal 549-run target and removing two top-order batsmen before stumps. The Proteas are now favourites to win the Test and the series, marking a landmark achievement on Indian soil. India, meanwhile, face one of their toughest tests in recent memory with only survival as their realistic goal.